Good day, everyone, and welcome to the Athena Games X-Wing Championship pre-recording. My name is Elliot Baker, and sitting on to my right is Chris Turner once again.
How are we doing, ladies and gentlemen? Have we got a game for you today? We've got two excellent opponents, both flying Imperialists.
Yeah, both Empire. Everyone likes the Empire, it seems. Well, on our left, we have Luke with his list, which is Rear Admiral Chernu and Crassus Trellix. And let's go through what their lists are right from the start. Crassus has a heavy laser cannon, which gives him a 4 attack dice at range 2 and 3. But cannot crit, of course, have to turn crits to hits. And Recon Specialist, which gives him 2 focus once he takes a focus action. And Crassus Trellix's ability, of course, benefits heavy laser cannon because he gets free rerolls with them. You get Crassus Trellix, when attacking with a secondary weapon, you may reroll 1 attack dice. And with the Decimator, it's Rear Admiral Chernu, everyone's favourite Decimator, it seems, which his ability is, when attacking at range 1 to 2, you may change one of your focus results to a critical hit result. And he has Engine Upgrade, Veteran Instincts, and Rebel Captive on board, which gives him a boost, an extra bump in his pilot skill, as you can see by the orange 10 there. And Rebel Captive means that the first ship attacking him every round gets a stress token. I think that'll benefit Sunterfell quite easily.
Meanwhile, fighting on the other side for the Empire, we have Jeff Burton, and he is flying a 3-ship list of 2 Interceptors and 1 Defender. Starting up on the top of the list is Carnor Jax. He has got the Veteran Instincts and the Stealth Device, also boosting up his pilot skill, but also giving him a little extra defense, giving him an extra attack dice as long as he's not hit. Next to him is Sunterfell himself, the Ace, the Baron, the Red Stripe. He has got a Push the Limit and Stealth Device, also benefiting from that extra evade dice, but also allowing him to take some stress, which also works with his ability. Remind us what the ability is, Mr.
Oh,
Baker.
well, when Sunterfell receives a stress token, he also receives a focus token. That's an important distinction. He doesn't take a focus action, he receives a focus token. So he can focus and get another focus when he stresses himself.
Finally, on the last ship on this list is a Delta Squadron pilot, which is an interesting choice, actually. I wouldn't have suspected quite seeing this one anywhere in a tournament setting. But,
yeah, not often you see defenders around.
No, it's really quite surprising. But if you do see the defenders, it's normally the pilot skill 3 one.
Normally it is, yes. You don't usually go for like a low pilot skill one.
Yeah.
But yeah, very interesting because defenders, of course, very tanky, very expensive. 30 points for the standard one. 3s in all stats though. 3 evade, 3 attack, 3 shields, 3 hull, etc. So good stat block, but quite expensive.
Yeah, but he's even making it more expensive because he's added a heavy laser cannon on it.
Well, that'll do some damage, won't it?
Yeah, no, we've got 2 heavy laser cannons on the board.
Yeah,
and probably need it in this match as well. He's facing 2 large ships.
It's important to note that Jeff on the right has initiative. You can tell because he plays Carnor Jax, which is the red TIE Interceptor up there, the Royal Guard TIE Interceptor, before Rear Admiral Chernu was placed on the board. So he has initiative. Asteroid deployment seems very scattered here. Not really lines or anything. Very advantageous for the Interceptors and the Defender. Very much aimed towards getting some disruption there for the larger ships.
I think, to be fair, they are quite separated, though, so it does mean that the larger ships can squeeze through some of the asteroids without a little too much trouble.
But they're starting to manage their turns a bit differently, though.
Yeah.
They're starting to be careful around those. But let's talk about the white elephant in the room, which is the 9 hull versus the insane amount of hull on the left.
I don't know what to think about this. It seems quite unfair in some ways.
Yeah, the Interceptors and the Defenders, their combined hull equals Crassus Trellix hull and shields, and then you've got the Decimator on top of that. So you've got to wonder, is Jeff at a disadvantage here? I mean,
2 forward maneuver coming from the Delta pilot to start the game off, and it looks like he's just taking a focus action to begin with.
Dar's been placed down to collect the maneuvers, and here comes the fire spray forward for what looks to be a 3 forward.
3 forward. So obviously, person on the right, not right, left even, going for a more aggressive approach, trying to get his forces in quite relatively quickly.
Yeah, well, Luke wants to get in there because the fire spray's got that auxiliary arc. As you can see, Recon Specialist coming into play, gets 2 focuses, very efficient on a fire spray, so I've heard. Not ever played it myself, but we'll see. 2 forward from the TIE Interceptor on the left there, which is on the right, sorry, which is Sunterfell.
Sunterfell. Obviously, Sunter and the Delta Squadron are going to be flying quite closely together, I think, to start with, just to keep everything nice and in line. Though, to be fair, I think he's actually done it on purpose to try and avoid that asteroid.
Indeed, yeah, I think that's an important distinction there. Right there. I'm actually curious to see Connor Jax on the field. I've not seen Connor Jax for quite some time. He's a good. He is a very good tight interceptor from what I've heard.
I say we hadn't actually described what Carnal Jax actually does. To be fair.
No, let me pull that up for you. So, Connor Jax's ability.
Meanwhile, 2 forward from Chiranu. Obviously trying to. They're not going to see too much combat this round, but you never really do in the starting rounds.
Not usually.
I'm guessing they're just sort of taking it at a steady pace. Oh, but we are seeing a boost maneuver, banking to the right. So he's obviously trying to get the turret weapon working and trying to, I guess you could say, fly a little bit away from those interceptors.
He wants to keep the interceptor at range, enough for a range that he can do some damage, but with not too close to get range 1 shots for the interceptors. Now, Connor Jack's ability, quite interesting. This will really cripple the fire spray and give it close. Enemy ships at range 1 cannot perform focus or evade actions and cannot spend focus or evade tokens.
So basically, his task is to try and get those interceptors nice and close. But the only thing this will really work with is probably Crassus, because if he gets on Crassus's side, that's fine, but there's a turret ship on the board. So it doesn't really matter where he goes, that turret ship's still going to be shooting him.
No, but it means the Decimator cannot take a focus action, which can benefit greatly for attack or even defense if you've got a shot at range 3.
Yeah, and especially since Carnal Jax has the initiative, he will be going before Chirano, so I guess he's got to try and predict relatively quickly where Chiranu is going to go so that he can keep that range 1 distance all the time, so he keeps that benefit.
This is where the asteroids kind of come into benefit as well, where you can somewhat predict where your opponent's going to go.
Yeah.
If you see them trying to avoid an asteroid, you can tell they're trying to go around it. But we'll see how that plays out. The Defender doing a 3 forward. Now, the Defender, I think, is going to be an interesting game changer in this. He's got that 3k turn, of course. Not that 3k turn, the
4k
white,
turn.
The 4k turn,
white K
which
turn.
is white, not unlike most Corrigan turns, which are red. Which, of course, red gives you a stress token. You cannot perform actions.
Unless you're a certain pilot, but
unless you're a certain pilot, yeah.
Let's not go into that.
Now, Sunter likes stress. He likes getting that stress in there. That's why he's got to push the limit. Form 2 actions, always get that extra focus in there.
So essentially, he could make 3 different actions in a single turn because he gets a free focus. Well, when you say 3 different actions, you get 3 different things in a turn because he gets a free focus.
Yes.
He can obviously have a focus, and push the limit also gives him a second one as well. So he could boost, he could get the evade, he could do. Can he do a barrel roll?
He could do a barrel roll.
Yeah.
Interceptors are very good with their action bar. You can barrel and boost. Very effective if you want to arc dodge someone. But of course, that won't come into play with the Decimator. But it would come into play for something like the Fire Spray. And there's the Recon Specialist giving the Fire Spray 2 focus tokens to come for left bank. They're obviously trying to get the Fire Spray into the thick of things. The Fire Spray is the heavy damage here. The Fire Spray is the one that goes in like a knife and tries to slash at the opponent, while the Decimator stays at range, kind of tries to bait the Titan Interceptors towards it, and get, hopefully, some shots on the sides.
I think, as you're probably saying about Crassus coming in like a knife, he has kept it as far back as possible, though, so that you can get as much benefit from that heavy laser cannon as possible.
Yeah.
So he can always do those 2 and 3 range 4 shots, especially at range 3, which is I think is going to be the big number on this
Range
one.
3 is the best place to use a heavy laser cannon because you're shooting with 4 dice anyway. Your opponent does not get the benefit of an extra dice at range 3 because secondary weapons are not affected by range modifiers like range 1 or range 2. Range 3. So that's the best chance you can use it. But, it does mean you can't crit. However, if you're doing 4 damage, do you really want to crit?
Yeah. Catching up with the game, though, just a couple of, I think, 2 forwards from the TIE Defender and Suntir fell, whereas 1 forward coming from the Admiral there.
Yeah. Parking behind the asteroid. Probably not the best position to be in right now. It means you're going to have to swing around that asteroid if you want to do any damage.
I don't know, he's sort of put himself in a position where he can still shoot the opponent, and I think he's pretty much out of the arc of the Defender right now. So
yeah, this is a
it
good
puts
play.
him in a better position than his opponent. He's taken that target lock action on that Defender. He looks like he wants to get rid of that Defender first.
Not surprising. That is one of the deadliest ships on the board. With its 3 stats in all areas, plus its shields, that's really deadly.
Not only that, it's the one with the heavy laser cannons, so it's probably going to be the one that deals the most damage to his ships. Especially, probably this is why he's taken it, to be fair, the heavy laser cannon, just so he can keep damaging those big, high-numbered hull ships.
And there we go. There's the roll.
Looks like a couple of focus and a single hit. Looks like he's opting for that target lock there, and he gets 2 hits.
spreading the focus.
And there's the defense roll. That is, I think, 3 evades. That is a completely missed hit there. Bad news for Admiral there, but to be fair, he was against a TIE defender.
Very effective, though.
That is a range 3 TIE defender as well, so he had 4 dice.
Yeah, impressive. However, the complete negation of the attack there. Very good exchange. You know, nothing was taken off. You ideally want to do more damage to your opponent than they are doing to you.
Yeah. If you can make them suffer damage before they can start making you suffer damage, that's perfect. This is probably why we saw a lot of the decimators and the YTs during this tournament, because they're very good at being able to get around the opponents, obviously out of the opponent's arc, and deal some decent amount of damage.
Well, that'll change come next tournament with auto thrusters involved, won't it?
Yeah, definitely. Auto thrusters is going to play a big part in the next tournament, I think.
Bring on Interceptor.
Bring on the scum and villainy.
Yes. And here we go. Dials not being placed down.
Are being placed down.
So, for those that have not played X-Men before, this is the planning phase where people are planning the maneuvers which they're doing. They're sliding their dials to the correct maneuver, but then placing them face down in secret from their opponent. And then they will reveal them in pilot skill order from lowest to highest. So the Delta will go first because he's pilot skill 1, followed by Crassus, who's pilot skill 5. These are the orange numbers, by the way, for you watching. Sunterfell at 9 will then go next. And then, as you notice, Rear Admiral Charanu and Colonel Jax are both 10, but Jeff on the right has initiative, so Colonel will go first, followed by Rear Admiral. And then they will fire at each other in reverse order. So Colonel will fire first, going down pilot skills.
Down from 10, all the way down, well, to 1, really.
Yeah.
There's a pilot skill 1.
It's weird because, you know, the defender with being the strongest thing on the board, and it's pilot skill 1. That's why people generally take pilot skill 3, or the named defenders don't really go for the Delta.
Yeah.
But it's quite interesting. It's nice to see the Delta being played.
It is really nice to see the Delta being played. It's really interesting to actually see the Delta in this sort of environment, especially, as I said before, you normally see the higher pilot skill 1, which I think is 32 points?
Yes,
or 33, something like that. This one only 30 points. You can see the benefit you get from it, but it is a pilot skill 1, so I'm wondering if that will probably hurt him a little bit.
Maybe. The only play you can get is hopefully get injured pilot on Charanu to make Charanu pilot skill 0. That would be benefit to him as well.
Yeah.
Crassus, less likely with only 6 hull points, but we'll see. I really do like the defender.
I really like the defender. The defender doesn't get too much hype these days. He is really expensive.
It's very expensive for a 100-point game, but if you're going for like a higher point limit game, like 150 or 200, or maybe even an epic game of 300, you're looking at good efficiency with points there.
I would kind of compare him to Corran Horn in some ways, who was also about the same point cost, actually. He's sort of the Corran Horn of, well, if you were thinking about Rexler Brath, which is the highest one, at 37 points, I think. The defender's is the Corran Horn of the Empire, really. Yeah,
you got to see that. Now, interesting here is that Jeff has already placed his dials down on the right. He's already know what he's doing. Luke on the left has taken a considerable amount of time to decide what he's doing with his fire spray decimator. He's only just placed his fire spray dial down just a few moments ago.
I'm wondering if he's struggling to figure out where he wants to go with this one. I mean, that 4K turn could prove useful in this scenario. I mean, you can obviously see where Jeff is going, but I think Luke might be a bit stumped.
Yeah, and here we go.
There it is.
Here's the defender doing the 3 hard, which of course is the only turn that the defender can do without stressing itself.
Interesting note as well, especially since most of the maneuvers of the defender are based on jousting, I guess you could say.
Yeah. Oh, look at that thing. Looks like a massive claw coming towards you. I love it.
Looks like it feels like, you know, those prize machines where you got the claw coming towards you.
Yeah.
And from Toy Story, if you remember what I mean. Just the giant claw just coming down and grabbing the prize.
It's one of my favourite design ships because it's got a great look to it. It really looks really intimidating and dangerous.
Oh, that's interesting.
That is really interesting. Obviously bringing the auxiliary arc to bear, but I think it's out of range of the defender.
Maybe. I'm wondering if he's running away from the Delta Squadron, or trying to get himself into a better position.
I think it's the only thing he could do. I think he was planning to move the decimator around the asteroid. Unfortunately, if he moved the fire spray forward, he probably would have bumped himself. So that's not what you want for a decimator. So,
however, it does mean he cannot no longer use that heavy laser cannon, because you cannot use a secondary weapon for an auxiliary arc.
Yeah, the auxiliary arc has got a dotted effect, which means it is only available to use a primary weapon in the rear, which is a 3 dice attack. And that's assuming that it's in range.
Assuming it's in range. If it is, it's a very long range 3-shot, if anything, but I don't think it is.
Bring up here, of course, we have the Interceptors moving into range here. The Baron making a 2 left turn, and the Royal Guard Interceptor, which is Cardinal Jax, making a 1 left. Obviously lining up for a very interesting formation.
I think he may probably go for the boost here. We don't know.
I think so. Yeah, there we go. The boost action, bringing it forward. Everything getting into like a staggered formation here. Very interesting formation and masterful planning by Jeff there.
Definitely. It means he's got all his ships lined up beautifully, ready to start taking some damage on the Decimator there. We'll have to see how Luke responds. And he responds with a 3 forward.
Which is going to bump.
Is it going to bump? I don't know.
I think it is a bump. It doesn't.
I don't know. It looks... Oh, no! No bump. It looks like he just managed to squeeze it in there.
No, it was a bump because no action has been placed. If I see,
I don't know. From what I can see, unless it was.
I believe it was a bump.
Was it? Fair enough.
Oh no! It wasn't.
I was right.
You were right.
I could just see the gap there.
Look at that. That is masterful.
That is very well done.
And still within range.
And still within a range 3 of the defender there. Looks like he's probably going to go for the shot there.
Well, this has benefited the defender because the defender's now got 4 defense dice, whereas the defender now attack back with a heavy laser cannon at range 3. No defense dice for the Decimator. Poor thing's going to get absolutely pot marked. And there we go. 2 hits.
2 hits.
Oh!
And that's... He's spending that focus.
Keep that thing alive a bit longer.
Keeping that... He would have suffered 2 hits there, though. So, you know, I think there's probably benefit for him, especially since he's very lower in regards to
He's playing the long game.
Yeah.
He has to play the long game in this one. He can't take damage. He has to deal damage out in the first few rounds.
Looks like...
It's out for the Fire Spray.
Out for the Fire Spray. Also out for Sunta Fell there as well. So it looks like it's only a match, a shot between the... Rear Admiral and the Delta pilot again.
Well, here we go. Let's see how that plays out. And here we go.
Here we go.
Delta
the rolling of the dice. There's 4 dice there. Just remember, he is using the heavy laser cannon, which allows him to roll 4 dice.
And that's 2 hits and a crit, which the hit turns down to a normal hit. The crit turns down to a normal hit, so that's 3 hits on the Decimator. 3 shields gone, there and then.
There and then. I want to point out as well that the Rear Admiral or Decimators themselves do not have any evade dice. Now, because obviously it was a range 3, he would normally get 1. However, because it's a secondary weapon, he loses that 1.
Yes,
so
he does.
Basically takes every hit, which is why people chose the heavy laser cannon for this tournament, I think.
Yeah, I predict that in the future we may see Mango Cannon more often because of its much more efficient point cost. Although you're only dealing 3, you're still negating an effect and the potential of doing a crit.
Of course, of course. So it'll be interesting to start seeing that. A lot of people are predicting the Outrider title being with Mangler Cannon these days as well. But
oh yes, yes.
I kind of find that hard to see because I think the heavy laser cannon's also worthy of note still.
You're only getting 1 more. I mean, Mangler's only a few more points cheaper. You might as well spin the whole hog, go for heavy laser cannon. But you know,
most people don't like that donut ring.
Yeah, the thing is, the donut ring can be easily negated.
Yeah, that barrel roll is probably one of the best things about the new YT.
But that's a match for another time.
That's a match for another time. Let's continue on with this match.
So, where do you think the various pilots are going to go for this round, Chris?
It's very hard to see, especially since it looks like Jeff is definitely going with... Not Jeff, sorry. Jeff's definitely going for the more aggressive approach. Definitely trying to follow the Fire Spray and the Rear Admiral into the corner. Luke, however, he's now in the corner. The only way he can get out of this is by obviously turning.
Worth of note is that the defender is now stressed because it attacked the Decimator. The Decimator has Rebel Captive.
Yes, that obviously changes everything about the not the Decimator, sorry, the Defender's next move. It makes him a little more predictable.
It means it's got to be a 3-turn if it's gonna go there unstressed, because when it's stressed, you cannot perform an action, nor can you perform a red move. Otherwise, your opponent can choose a move for you.
It could actually do a white move technically, but
oh yeah, the white 3-turn would be of use. It's just it's not clearing the stress. You've not got good action economy, and actions are everything in X-Wing, I think.
Definitely. If anything, he really wants to try and shoot with Sunta Fell first, which will be hard, but it allow him to take the much-deserved stress. And when he does, as you know, he'll obviously be getting that focus token.
Yeah,
so
that's the best thing you could take, really. You don't need to take... that is really what you want to try and do. Karnor is the difficult one because he's pilot skill 10.
Yeah.
So he has to shoot first. So the best thing he could do is go for the Fire Spray, while Sunta Fell goes for the Decimator as well as the Delta Pilot.
Yeah.
Sunta Fell of course, it does mean that you can't use push the limit.
Yeah.
Because it means you'll get 2 stress, which is much more harder to clear. But we'll see how things go.
Definitely, definitely. I think this is going to be an interesting match. I think both players are in the mind zone of what are they going to do.
Yeah, both lists are dangerous to each other.
Yeah.
You've got Sunte, which, okay, Rear Admiral's giving out stress, but Sunte likes stress. Sunte likes stress very much. However, the Crassus also has got recon specials because you have an extra focus, but that means nothing with Cardinal Jacks at range 1.
Yeah.
So
not only that, you've got the heavy laser cannons coming from Crassus and the Delta himself. But let's get on with the maneuvers. You've got a 3-bank to the right for the defender. It looks like he's going to go, avoid that asteroid to start with.
Not clearing the stress,
Not
though.
clearing the stress at all, but it does get him around that asteroid. Interesting direction as well, though.
Yeah, very interesting direction. I think he's trying to potentially avoid the next range of fire from either side.
I think he's trying to clear this, trying to get himself into a position where he can easily clear the stress a bit better.
And here's the fire spray moving to the hard left there by 2.
Probably one of the few things he could possibly do in that place, because obviously he's got to get around that asteroid.
He's been backed into a corner at this point.
Yeah. He had no choice about that one. But it does bring him around and hopefully puts him in a better position to start using heavy laser cannon.
At this
However,
point,
I don't think Jeff is going to let him do that if he can.
No.
We'll just have to see what goes on from here.
I just can't stop looking at that defender. It's just such a gorgeous shit.
The claw!
Okay, there we go. Oh, and a 3-bank the other way from the Baron right there. Sunte coming in very hard and fast, trying to get an arc on the fire spray, getting into the fire spray's blank spot, which is a brilliant move, and a boost. Now, here's the thing. He's predicted that that's where the Rear Admiral is now, but has he predicted where the Rear Admiral will be? And a slight bump there may have just put him out.
Yeah, that's interesting, actually, to say the least. Though, to be fair, at the moment, it has put him in a relatively okay position, because where else can the Rear Admiral go right now? He's got the fire spray ahead of him. He may actually bump this turn, if anything.
Yes, that could be the case. And
this could be a good position for Sunte.
And as Cardinal Jack's moving up by 3 forward, Cardinal Jack is surprisingly holding back. I would have thought he'd be in the mix, and here we go with a boost.
Yep.
Bringing up right behind the Baron.
Yes, indeed.
Also, pay attention. Sunte did not take an action.
No, he did not.
Actually, no, he boosted.
He boosted.
But he did not
push the limit. He's definitely seeing that rebel captive being
an
advantage for him.
But here's the thing: the important thing about rebel captive is the wording. Does rebel captive activate immediately, or is it one thing where
I believe the wording is when you are targeted for an attack, so he will get the stress before the attack happens. So Sunte will get that stress.
Yes, I've got the card right in front of me. It says, once per round, the first ship that declares you as the target of an attack immediately receives 1 stress token. So Sunte will be able to will immediately get that focus token to use on the attack.
Indeed. It does mean he has to not attack with Carnal Jacks, though. So
no, it means he does not. He means that with Carnal, he has to attack the fire spray. So,
but from what I can see, he's actually not well. That's
wow,
interesting.
Okay.
He's deciding to go for the shot with Carnal Jacks, range 3, at the decimator.
I think that's a mistake.
That was a little mistake, I think. Though I don't know.
1 hit, 1 evade.
1 evade.
Not much. Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
No, not really too much you could do about that one.
Yeah.
Also, it does mean that poor Sunte doesn't get his ability this turn.
I know, which that's
a little upsetting. Honestly.
That is very upsetting. I would have seriously gone for the fire spray, because although you're not focusing fire, which probably is important for the game of X-Wing, you're getting Carnal to at least do something. You're getting the most out of Suntefel's ability and the most out of Carnal. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it definitely. Plus, Carnal Jax has been staying a little bit too far back and not really benefiting from his ability.
No, and now
there's a lot of dice that are defending that shot right there. 4 dice, stealth device, obviously proving to be very useful. For Jeff.
Stealth device. Stealth device is one of those cards which I've always had a problem with. For those that don't know what stealth device is, stealth device, you increase your agility by 1, but as soon as you take one hit, or hit once, that's it. You lose your stealth device. It's a very big risky card.
Very big risky card, but if you think about it, it's also in a way a little bit more beneficial to you because there's only I think 3 points. And that means you're given an extra evade dice, and if you are never hit, that could prove to be a big problem for your opponent.
I can predict that in the future with the new cards that have come out with Scumville. We'll see a lot of Royal Guard title ties with both Stealth Device and Auto Thrusters on.
I can see that as well. It's going to be
or
a lot
maybe,
of different...
Or maybe Auto Thrusters with a shield upgrade.
Yeah, definitely. Though it's hard to say, especially in this stage of the game, how that's going to affect the meta right now.
We'll see.
We'll have to see when we do our next tournament, which I believe is in the spring.
Hopefully. And, this is quite a good position for Jeff to be in, because he can see where the train that is Luke's squadron is going right now.
Yeah. I think that earlier move that was made by Luke there has made him very predictable in what he's going to be doing.
Yes.
And it's going to be... Where is Jeff going to go... Luke going to go from here? Is he going to allow the Defender and Kana and Soontir to just follow the train? Or is he going to try and get his Crassus Trellix away from everything, turn it around, and hopefully use the heavy laser cannon to great effect?
Well, I think we're definitely going to see a turn from the Fire Spray here, try and get the interceptors within arc. But I can see Soontir making a one hard turn, barrel rolling out of arc, and attempting to then get another vector on the Decimator.
3 hard coming from the Defender there.
Once again, not clearing his stress, keeping the stress, trying to get once again.
I don't think he's that bothered by the stress at the moment. Actually, I think the Defender has quite a lot of white maneuvers, so it can pretty much have a stress and not worry too much.
No, it's not the difficulty of maneuvering that's the issue. It's the difficulty of the actions that are important.
Yes, definitely.
It
does mean he's not.
Yeah, without those
actions,
it's a very risky thing to do.
It's a tougher game to win.
Yeah. Actions are very important next week. That's why everyone goes on about action economy.
Now that's something I didn't expect. He's doing the 3 hard there to get himself around like that. Now I actually thought he was probably going to do a 3 bank and try and get himself into, obviously, along the side of the board there to use that auxiliary arc instead.
Yeah, I think this is a bit of a... no offense to Lou, I think it's a bit of a rookie move, to be honest, because we're seeing... he's making the turn thinking, oh, these are where the interceptors are, but that's not where they're going to be.
Yeah, no, he's not thinking or forward thinking here, and that may actually be his downfall.
And here we go.
Jeff is, as we predicted, coming in nice and close with Chiranu, keeping him in that beautiful range there. Now, the only thing I can see Chiranu doing is a hard turn, and that would probably mean that Soontir doesn't get into range anymore.
No, but unless Soontir were to barrel roll, but nope, he's going for a focus or an evade in there actually.
Can't really tell from this angle on that one, but it's not the end of the world.
Not the end of the world.
Cardinal Jack's now coming in, doing a 2 forward,
clearing the stress,
clearing the stress, putting himself in a better position to start.
And look at that, as we predicted, completely out of the arc of the Fire Spray.
Completely out of the arc of the Fire Spray. Sad. It would have been much better if he just used that auxiliary firing arc. It would have put him in a much better position.
I agree.
But hey, at the end of the day,
I believe he's now at range 1 of Crassus, so now even if he was Crassus, couldn't use that focus if he wanted to.
And there's the 2 hard maneuver. I think Soontir will now be out of arc as well, which is a little upsetting for Jeff there, but you can't read too much about that.
Now here's the thing, because Chiranu is good against Karnor, because although Karnor negates the ability to spend focus, Chiranu's ability turns a focus into a crit naturally.
Yeah.
So at least he can be sure that as long as he gets a focus, he's getting a crit through.
Yeah, definitely. So it does mean he... Oh, here's the lazy, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to see if... Oh, that is... I think
that's out, because we're seeing the model get hit, but not the base.
Not the
sadly.
base, yeah. We'll see if they roll dice or not. Looks like the opponents and everything are just double checking and making sure that is or not. It's hard to tell. Obviously, that's a big ship covering the entire base, so it's hard to tell from this angle.
Yeah, the ship is really big, isn't it?
It is such a big ship. It is the biggest large ship in the game currently.
Yeah.
Just because they used a lot more plastic to... But I think they have decided that it was out of arc.
Yes.
And because they're now measuring up Crassus there.
Oh.
There's the target lock coming from Chiranu. That's a bit odd considering that they were measuring arcs.
Yeah,
I was going to say they were measuring arc. I guess they weren't measuring range though, so it wasn't so bad, but they shouldn't really be doing that. Bearing in mind, guys, in the rules, technically, you're not allowed to measure anything unless it's for a specific action or if you're actually attacking. You're not allowed to pre-measure, is what it says.
I guess they weren't measuring, they were checking arcs,
Yeah,
which is not...
There isn't actually a rule for that,
No, there's
really,
not.
so...
I mean, you can go around, you can, like, look, bend down and check out your eyeballs. I would have questioned the laser line, though.
Yeah.
There's 2 hits.
2 hits.
From
and...
Colonel Jax onto the Decimators. That's 2 hits right through the Decimators. Oh, look at that!
Wow!
Wow!
That's a lot of damage on Tyranny right now.
I think they may have decided that Suntir's in range because Suntir's
managed to actually get some hits there.
Oh no, that's from Charanu onto Suntir.
Onto Suntir. There's the target lock as well. There's the Rear Admiral's effect as well.
Oh.
That's 3 hits on Suntir Fell.
That could kill Suntir Fell.
The 4 dice need to be able to do something.
Oh.
1 evade. I think he's opting for using this focus token there.
Wise choice.
That means he's taking 1 hit, but now he's lost his stealth device.
He's taking a crit, actually. It's a direct hit, which means Suntir Fell's 1 hole.
Ouch! Really bad for Fell there.
The heavy hitter
really
has been taken down by... Because that's 2/3 of your hull gone.
Yep.
You are now... No longer can you play it safe. No longer can you be brash. You have to play it safe now. That's it. It's over. And that's the thing about interceptors. They are very, very fragile.
Very fragile. They're basically the hard hitters. 3 more hits coming down onto Chiranu there. That's another 3 damage. Chiranu's now down to 5 hull points already.
Damn. That's incredible.
That thing is dying relatively quickly.
That's what interceptors are for. You know, because they're very much... They have the exact same stat block as a TIE Fighter, except for the attack, which is 1 more. It's got 3 attacks instead of 2. And that's what interceptors are for. They also get boost as well as their barrel roll. Yeah. So they are there for arc dodging. They're not so good against turret ships, which is why we have auto thrusters these days.
It looks like, as I said, now finishing the round there, it does look like that the fire spray was not an arc of Colonel Jax there. So it was literally 2 interceptors on 1 decimator there.
That was incredible.
Bad turn for Luke there. Really bad turn for Luke there.
I know. I think it's not too bad for Luke because... Although he's lost a considerable amount of his hull point, Suntir Fell is nearly dead.
Yeah.
And Suntir Fell is the one that everyone worries about when they see him on the field. Because he's always the one that deals the most damage and survives the most amount of turns.
Yeah.
And Jeff has unfortunately done a few turns which are questionable. Because, you know, I think
that's what... I think because of those questionable moves, it's put Luke in a worse position than he could have been in. Right now, he's kind of going with a train maneuver, which I don't think works for these ships.
No.
He needs to fly them, I guess you could independently. He needs to have Rear Admiral, I guess you could say, in the thick of it, with Crassus being on the outside, using the heavy laser cannon as much as possible. We're not seeing that at the moment, which is a real shame, but that's Luke. I guess that's what his playstyle is. At the end of the day, we can't really question someone else's playstyle if that's not the way they want to play.
No, indeed, that is something which we have to question. Although it is considerable worth noting that with the Rear Admiral down so many hull points.
Yeah, it's obviously not working for him this round, which it happens. Let's face it.
I think he was hoping Rebel Captain would do a lot more than it actually has.
Yeah.
The only thing it's doing
against this list, it's really hard to have Captive do as much damage, especially since you've got Suntir Fell able to use the stress against you. You've got Colonel Jax and Defender, which don't really have...
Well, Interceptors have the best dial for clearing stress, apart from A-Wings. With the
Defenders,
it doesn't matter because it's got so many whites that doesn't care. Even its white K turn won't affect it too much.
Definitely. The only thing it means is it's negated the actions, but for the Defender at least, but in regards to the Interceptors, they're probably not going to care. There's so many screen on those dials that they're literally just going to probably... I can see Colonel Jax doing a 1 turn this turn.
Yeah.
Just a 1 turn to the left.
A 2 would also clear the stress. So Interceptor's two turns green, which is incredible for a ship of its size. I mean, I think also 1 to 4 is also green on Interceptor as well.
I honestly don't remember. I think it is, though. Much green on...
It's got a very good dial for what it is.
Yeah. It was actually regarded as one of the best Imperial ships for a long time.
Yeah, and then
just because of that dial.
And then came the Phantom.
And then came the Phantom. And the Decimator. Finally.
And the Decimator, yes.
3 hard coming from the Defender there. Obviously, bringing him back into that arc line. again, he still keeps that stress, but he is now in a excellent position to start using that heavy laser cannon.
Yeah.
I don't see Chiranu lasting another round this turn.
No, I think Chiranu is going down this next round.
I think Chiranu is either probably going to go down this round, or
he's got no evade dice, and he's got 3 ships potentially firing at him. All have 3 dice each.
Three ships cornering him. If anything, Crassus is now actually putting himself in a much better position. He's now flying away from the fight, which actually that's what you want to do. You want to try and get him as far as possible to turn around, make a beeline back.
To be honest, Luke here is not in a good place.
No,
because if Chiranu tries to bump Connell,
are we having a bump? I say. We don't
model,
know what we're going to do.
The model
this is the problem with the Decimator sometimes. It's so big that you don't know if you're bumping or not, because you're bumping into the...
Oh my goodness,
Did he make
gracious me, he made it!
Wow, look at that. That is... We now have an invisible Decimator on the board, ladies and gentlemen. But
not the first time we've had it in this tournament.
No, not the first time we've had it in this tournament, but Sunta fell nice and right in the rear there. Did Sunta take a... Sunta didn't take an action, did he?
Sunta didn't take an action. He has missed the opportunity to take an action now. That's unfortunate.
I don't think he made it then. He must not have done.
Oh.
Because if... Yeah, no, you can see the corner there that just bumped into the Decimator there.
You're right.
So he's just managed to bump there, which...
Carnor has not cleared his stress. However, that is unfortunate, given the fact that he's now...
Oh, that is a beautiful move. That might have... Oh, I don't know, actually. No. That's actually not a good move at all.
This may have... No.
This may have sealed Chiranu's fate.
Exactly.
This may have sealed it.
I was going to say this, that...
I was going to say that was a good move, because that bumps into Jax, and that puts him in a much better position to not be...
Because Jax can't fly. However, Sunta's probably at range 1. The
Defender's in range 2, which means he can use a heavy laser cannon. This is not a good spot to be in.
So, technically, you've got 7 dice being thrown at the Decimator, and the Decimator only has 5 hull left,
so
and 0 evade dice. So, well, that's the first shot.
However, bumping Sunta may have actually caused him a little bit of extra thing. Looks like Kana is going to go for the fire spray this round, which is relatively good. He's the only thing he can shoot at,
yes. And here goes Chiranu.
Chiranu taking a shot.
Probably firing at Fel.
3 shots.
3 hits. Incredible.
3 hits.
Oh!
What's that? Oh! Do we see a dead... That's it! Fel is gone. Fel is gone.
Well, that's negated in a shot from Fel, at least. So he saved him that opportunity.
Oh, and there's the crit. Obviously, we're not entirely sure what crit he suffered there. It was a direct hit and something else. Probably an engine explosion or something.
Not that it matters
No
much.
matter. It's a dead Sunta Fel. That means 1 less shot on Chiranu.
Now, suddenly, Chiranu's going to survive this. Unless he gets direct hit, which is impossible.
Impossible. With a heavy laser cannon. Oh, he's going for... Oh... He's going for a regular shot.
No, this is Crash's Trellix.
Oh, this is Crash's Trellix in his rear auxiliary arc. Yeah, no. So that's another 2... Oh, 1 hit. Oh, that's another crit. Another crit on Carnor Jax.
Damn.
Which gets turned down immediately.
And now he loses stealth device.
Yep. Here goes the stealth device. There goes Carnor's ability to... Obviously, roll 4 dice there. That's another damage on his interceptors.
The things have suddenly turned very quickly around.
Yeah, that losing Fel that round turned it around for Luke there, which means Chiranu may survive this round.
And look,
I don't see.
Look at that defender. Now it's got 2 stress.
Now it's got 2 stress on it. That captive doing its work there.
That's why we
have your man captive. You will stress when shooting us.
Oh, but that's the roll that Jeff wanted.
That's a lovely roll. That's 3 hits. That's 2 hull left on Chiranu. This could be a dead Decimator within at least the next round.
Yeah, because the Decimator can't kill the defender.
No,
the defender probably clear. Maybe like a 2 forward. Try and clear its stress. Play the slow game. Try and get that Decimator in arc, and then just take it out.
Yeah.
Take it down.
We haven't seen Crassus use the heavy laser cannon a single time.
No, because it's had everything in its rear arc.
Yeah.
I nearly said another word there.
In its booty arc.
We were the master of Kath's booty call, so...
Oh, shush you. Anyways, back to Dials. This is an interesting position to be in right now. Very difficult to see where it's going to go from here. I can see Carnal Jax maybe dying next round. I can also see Chiranu probably dying this round as well. This could be a 1v1 fight now.
Yeah, it's incredible to think that in just... Because it's only been 3-4 rounds?
It's been about 4 or 5 rounds now,
And we're just coming up to about 38 minutes into the game.
Yeah.
Which is nearly half the time. Because the match is about an hour and 15 minutes long.
Yes.
So we have not got long left of this game.
Not got long left of this game at all.
Because, of course, rounds can go very quickly in X-Wing.
Yes, rounds can either go so fast that you blink and your force is dead or their force is dead, or they can go on so long that it may go to time. It's one of the things I guess I love about X-Wing. It's so unpredictable. You never know what's going to happen.
We've not had a game go to time at all today, so
at all yet. So it'll be interesting to see if something happens at all. We'll just have to see. Keep watching, folks. It could get interesting.
I think Carnal needs to clear that stress. So I think we're going to see a 2 left turn from Carnal.
2 left or 2 bank?
2 left, because the bank is not a green.
Fair enough.
I think clearing the stress is important.
Defender going for his maneuver right now. That is a 2 bank. That, I believe, is a green maneuver. He's finally relieving himself of one of those stress.
Yeah, but I think that Decimator is going to collide with him.
Probably. It'll most likely. But it does mean he at least... Oh, no. Does he still... Oh,
no, it's
a white maneuver. Oh, I'm... Lack of knowledge of the dial there for me. Well, I don't play Defenders enough.
There are plenty of dials in this game. It's hard to recall every single one of them by hand.
Yep. Crassus now moving next. He is going to do a 1 bank to the right, which
Very
is
wise.
interesting.
Keeping the
auxiliary arc, yeah.
I mean, that's the advantage for the fire spray. Stuff can chase it all day and it can still fire. The downside, of course, no use of the heavy laser cannon.
No heavy.
That is 7 points that is being wasted right now.
Yeah.
Recon specialist, of course, coming to play with 2 focus once again. Seems to be a consistent choice that has been made.
Yep.
No need to spend no need to make an evade action so far. Crassus is taking no damage whatsoever. And
here is the 2 hard coming from the interceptor right there.
As I predicted.
Looks like they are going to snooker that decimator there. Using the 2 maneuver. This is entirely fine, guys, by the way, if you don't know. If you have a large ship base or a ship base that's in the way, you can, what we call snooker, which means you put a maneuver template on its side, basically worth the size, so you remember basically where it goes, so you can maneuver and be able to play your move a little bit more effectively.
It's handy that...
it just allows it to
yeah,
be less of a nuisance.
It's handy that the 1 template and the 2 template are the exact length and width of their respective template bases.
Yeah.
So you've got a good measurement there.
Here we go. Here comes the Rear Admiral now, going for a 3 hard turn, bumping into that decimator. Now, do you think Luke or Jeff prepared for that?
I think Luke prepared for it. Jeff did not expect it, because I think I could obviously that the Decimator was going to turn to try and block someone's attack on it.
Yeah.
And through this method, he has now meant that Chiranu survives another round.
And actually gets another shot on Kana as well.
At range
Luke
1.
Luke is finally actually playing a lot better than he was in the early rounds.
He's now split his ships up. Wise choice. Before he kept them together, it didn't work well. He's changed his tactic. Very good thing to do in X-Wing. Never stick with the same tactic if it's not working for you.
No.
Change your tactic. Go for a different play. Throw your opponent off.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what he's done. He's thrown Jeff off.
It could mean we have a dead Carnal Jax this round.
I do agree.
Possibly a dead Carnal Jax.
We've got a range 1 attack from the Decimator onto Jax. That's going to kill that's going to kill the Interceptor. Because 4 on 3, not a good odd there.
Not good at all. And we're seeing a range 2 shot coming from Carnal Jax there.
And there we go.
That is 2 hits, 3 hits in fact. There's the evade dice. Only 2 evades. That means that Crassus is suffering, I think, 1 damage there.
Well,
1
that's the shield gone. Yeah. No.
That is the first damage on Crassus this entire game. So it's going to be a long run for Jeff here.
Yeah.
Quite the long run.
It's going to be the long run. I don't think Jeff can pull this back, personally. I think he's played too early.
I think the Fell dying was the turning point again.
I agree. Sinter Fell is a deadly ship that you run, and unfortunately, he just does not do well against turret ships.
No.
Nor do any interceptors. Interceptors are arc dodgers. They exist to avoid arcs against
Yeah.
a turret ship, which doesn't matter about arcs.
Ooh,
Whoa.
2 blanks there.
This could
a
be what
hit
Jeff
and
needs.
a crit.
This could be what Jeff needs.
He just needs to evade at least 2 of these. Does he do it? There's the evade dice.
He takes a
He
damage.
takes 1 crit. What is it? Is it a direct hit? Oh, I don't know. No,
He survived.
No, I don't know. He evaded it all.
He evaded it all. Fantastic.
Fantastic. Absolutely amazing. Well done there.
Oh.
Good rolling.
Oh, yeah, he was reaching for his dice. Okay.
There's another shot there.
That was amazing.
By, I think, Crass is taking another shot there, but I think there was another evade in that one as well.
That was amazing by Conor
That
Jax.
was a good round of combat
Yeah,
there.
Jeff needed that to happen. And of course, look at that. Rare Chernu is on 2 hull left. Just need to get that. Now, that's where I think Karnal will come into play. Karnal will swing round to finish off Rare Chernu, because of course Karnal fires before Chernu does.
Yeah.
So as long as Karnal...
And I think the fire spray is so much now out of the way that it probably won't get a shot this round, which is a little bit of a shame for Luke.
Yeah.
It means Chiranu's probably going to die.
Yes. I think the defender will put out his famous K-turn, and...
that turn is what Jeff needed. He needed Karnal not to die.
Yeah.
And because Karnal didn't die, it means we're probably going to see a dead Admiral this round.
Yeah, that's definitely what's going to happen here. I mean...
It doesn't mean that Karna is completely safe. Obviously, that fire spray is still a big threat, only suffering a single shield. But it's the advantage that Jeff needed.
He needs to get the turret ship out of the way. Then the Interceptor, Conor Jax, can do what he does best, which is arc dodge those 2 arcs of the fire spray.
Definitely. This is now becoming very much a scale battle in regards of the scales keep tipping both ways. We saw a few rounds ago Soonterfell dying tip the scales in favour of Luke. Now we're seeing this where Jeff has dodged the potential death of Colonel Jax there, tipping the scales again in the other direction. This is very much a back and forth battle.
Yeah, and so yeah, I predict a 2 left from, or maybe even a 1 left from Conor Jax, and then a 4 white K from the defender to try and get that Rear Admiral in arc enough to kill it. Now, you gotta wonder whether the fact...
I probably predict 2 hard from the... From Connor instead, because if he does a 1 hard, he may bump into Chirnu there.
That is quite true, because of course he moves first. So yeah,
yes,
2
so
turn.
I think it'll probably be a 2 hard, and as you said, probably the 4K turn from the Delta squad there. That's the only way I can see getting 2 ships within arc to take the last final shot at the Admiral. We could also see maybe them split up. Maybe the Delta goes for the fire spray, and Karnal goes for something else.
You also
We'll
got to
just have
wonder.
see.
You got to wonder whether the engine upgrade on the Decimator will also come into play as well.
Nope. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. The signature move of the Defender, the 4 white K-turn.
That is just such an incredible move, because look at it. It doesn't even take stress for it. Okay, it's got stress already as it is, but still, it means...
took it with stress on it.
Yeah.
That's a game changer, that is. That's allowing you to take a maneuver that's... You can see it's predictable, but it's also a move that's so game-changing in some ways.
I remember you and I have discussed it before, that it's such a predictable move, but it's one you pull out when people don't
Expect it. Yeah.
It's because people
It's
know...
trying to get around it. That's the
Yes.
thing. It's trying to get around not suffering the stress that you've already got. This is why I love the Defender. This is why I think the Defender is a good ship and is highly underrated, because it can do so much for what it is.
I mean, if you... imagine this. If, for example, you wanted to waste points and put an engine
We
up-
are seeing the 1 hard.
Whoa!
I actually thought we weren't. I actually thought he wasn't going to make it. He may actually make it,
He may
though.
actually make it.
He actually does.
He does.
Well, that threw me off a little bit.
Okay, so...
So we are seeing the 1 hard from Colonel Jax there. Looks like you were right. He does make it. And he is going for a focus, I believe, which is interesting for the Interceptor.
Yes, well, he can't target lock, so that's one aspect of it. Trying to...
Oh! That's interesting. That brought Admiral way out of the... Oh, no, actually, I think he's still in arc.
But if he boosts, then he gets out.
He does get out if he
However,
boosts.
it does mean he's going ring around the rosy with the asteroids. And those it does mean that that interceptor and that defender know exactly where he's going to end up.
Yep.
So
this could be interesting right now. Bearing in mind, Crassus is completely out of the fight right now.
there we go.
He is no longer in this fight. Admiral still invisible, even though he doesn't need to be.
That's quite true. He should
have brought the ship back, but we have a oh, there we go.
Finally, he heard us through the magic of time travel.
The stealth device is off, ladies and gentlemen.
Well,
The cloaking device is off. The Rear Admiral's returned to slip space.
he's out of arc of Colonel Jax. Is he out of range of the Defender's heavy laser cannon?
We could not see combat this round. This
It
is
is
a
quite
high
possible.
possibility
It's
that
quite
we
possible.
could not see combat this
However,
round.
I still say that Jeff's in the best
Oh.
position here.
No, no. That's back to dials again, ladies and
No,
gentlemen.
because Cherno
Oh.
gets a shot.
Cherno gets... Oh, yes! Could we see Kano dead?
Well, that's one hit. Not got to focus, sadly.
Could we see Kano dead?
No.
No, there's the one defense. There's the focus up. That's
Just for the hell of it.
Well, actually, he needed
He
two.
needed it, yes.
He needed
He
those
needed
two.
But that's the
Now,
best
did I
chance.
see 4 dice? Oh, yeah, it was a range 3 shot, so yeah, we would see 4 dice.
So,
Do we see the defender? No,
No,
way
out of
out of
range.
arc.
However,
way out of arc.
this makes the prediction of where that ship is going to go quite easily. The Defender's going to do a 3 back to the left of it. Oh,
I don't think he
it's
made.
left.
I think he probably may do 2 just to keep that heavy laser cannon in range.
That's quite true.
Because he doesn't have to worry about clearing the stress. He just relies on that heavy laser cannon, and that's completely fine. So he's probably going to do either a 2 bank, bring in that heavy laser cannon into fruition, and that hard turn from.
Yeah, I think we're
Cherno.
going to see another 1 hard from the Interceptor with a boost to get it so it's got a good arc on the Decimator.
Where do you think Kano's going to go though? Because this
That's
is
what
now.
I think. That's what I think.
Oh, Kano's going to go that. Yeah.
Whereas the Interceptor's going to the Defender's going to do a bank.
Yep.
Try and get the arc in because it can't turn because it would need to do a 3 turn, which would get it too close to the Decimator.
You want to try and keep that heavy laser cannon to get as much damage as possible, to roll more dice, to benefit greatly from the Delta's, strengths at this point.
So probably a 1 bank from
1 bank or 2
Yeah,
bank.
or 2.
We'll see. Because I think probably 2 would be just as good. Though I'm guessing 1 bank may be as good as well, just because it keeps him a range 3 of Admiral. Because obviously he's got to survive this round, and he will do because he's got 3 shields. But you want to try to suffer as less damage as possible.
And it's important to note here, everyone, that if Karnor does kill,
He's doing
Well, no.
3 hard.
he's doing a 3 hard.
Interesting maneuver.
Now this,
Not what I thought.
No, this means that okay, actually, this may be quite smart on his part because if the Interceptor turns, it will have arc on the Decimator from this point forward. If the Decimator turns to a hard 2, the Interceptor will have arc on it. But if he boosts as well, then the Defender will have an arc on it.
Yeah.
So he's
He's
covering
going for the
all
range.
angles.
I suppose he's still rolling 4 dice at range 1, but the Admiral rolls before him, so he's going to suffer the Delta Squadron.
Yes. So really,
Damage as well.
the benefit for Luke.
Here's Crassus trying to get back into the fight right now, using the 3 hard, trying to bring himself back into this.
Yeah, I think
Don't think he's going to be able to.
No, I think it's too little, too late.
It's too little, too late. It's going to be basically, can Crassus pull this around on his own?
And there goes the Interceptor, which I believe is a 1 turn. Yes, there it is, the 1 turn as predicted. I don't think he will barrel a boost. I think he'll stay exactly where he is. He'll tank up.
I think possibly we'll probably see the Interceptor take possibly an evade here.
See, look at that. As soon as someone were to get out of the Interceptor's arc, it's now the Defender's arc.
Yep.
There's perfect arc management there from...
To be fair, there's a
from
possibility
Jeff.
that he can get in both the arcs right now.
It is indeed a possibility, which would be a boost on the part of... Actually, no.
That's a 2 hard. That's possibly both of their arcs right now.
That is really dangerously close.
Eee. Ooh, shivers up my spine on that one.
I think that is just out of the Defender's arc, but if he would have boosted, he'd get into the arc. So he probably wants to stay where he is right now.
Yeah, probably.
Best chance to do would be to
Though to be fair, it's hard to say.
It's hard to tell.
It's hard to tell on this one. Like, he may just go for the focus just to keep himself in it and try and deal as much damage as possible. But
yeah, because a boost will definitely get him an arc at both. He won't escape arc of the Interceptor, sadly. He may, just barely, but even so, he's then have to deal with a defender, which he can't kill.
Yeah.
So it's, you know, it's depending on what you want to do. And there we go. He's taking the target lock.
He's taking the target lock. He's
hoping that Carnal
He's going
Jax
to try and
misses.
kill Carnal this turn.
Yeah.
He's going to try and kill Carnal.
Because if Carnal does kill him...
If Carnal does kill him, Decimator's gone. That's it.
Yeah, but simultaneous fire rule activates, meaning Sharonu will then get shot back at range 2.
Range 2, as we can see right now being measured.
There was a slight
he
bump
knocked there, but he's obviously turned it back. Very sportsman there. There's the first shot from Carnal Jax. That is a lot of hits.
Indeed it is. That's 2 hits. That's enough to kill the Decimator.
There's the stress from Carnal Jax. Is he going to spend that focus? He is using... No, he's going to just go for 2 hits. He's hoping...
No,
he doesn't need to.
He doesn't need to.
That's the 2 hits he needs.
That's 2 hits he needs. Keep the focus for defense.
Yes. I entirely agree with you on that one.
So,
blown out of the water there. Here comes the simultaneous fire. I'm hoping to see the simultaneous fire.
So the Decimator takes 2 hits. It's dead.
Oh.
Guys.
Guys, hello.
Hello.
Oh, I guess they forgot about that one.
Oh, dear me.
Oh, well. What can you do?
Then again, it is up to responsibility of the players to also remember such rules. And
yes.
To be fair, it was Luke who removed his Decimator from the board.
Yes.
Yeah, so... But, you know, I'm sure he'll be kicking himself once he sees this video, though.
Yeah, he'll be kicking himself when he hears us say that and be like, oh, damn. Well, out of range of Crassus Trellix, as I said before, Crassus took himself completely out of the fight there. Pretty unnecessary, honestly, but it made him suffer Chiranu. But in the same vein, it now means Crassus is in a better position than he was. So, was this decision the decision he needed?
You got to think though, and it is worth discussing whether Chiranu being alive would have changed the game.
I think if Chiranu took that range 10 shot, the pilot skill 10 shot on Carnal, we'd probably see a dead Carnal this round.
I agree. That probably would have changed things up.
That would have probably changed things up. But because obviously it's already happened now, there's nothing we can do about it.
We can't do anything about it. Sadly.
Just remember, guys, if you have the same pilot skill as your opponent and the opponent kills you, or you kill your opponent, just remember they can take a simultaneous fire shot on their target as well, because technically you are shooting at the same time.
I've had that happen to me before. I discussed it with George in the previous round, where I had 2 YT 1300s. I had one, and my opponent had another one.
Yeah.
And we basically shot each other to a draw. It's the first time and the only time I've seen a draw in X-Wing. It was incredible. And
I believe also we saw simultaneous fire in round 4 as well.
We did, yes. The Decimators killed themselves. Another incredible match. Go back and see it. If you've not already seen our previous videos, pause this one right now.
Go back and watch the other one.
Okay, welcome back. And we're back. Alright, so the defender's made a 3 left turn. So again, it's not cleared its stress. It's still got its 2 stress back there, which I think is important.
2 hard coming from the Crassus there as well.
So Crassus now gets
bringing in the defender
cannons.
And the heavy laser cannon,
which
we could see a lot of damage going on this Delta this turn.
Because of course Crassus gets a free reroll
on secondary weapons, yeah. And there's the recon as well, so he's definitely going to be able to focus up any hits and any defense he needs this round.
It is mightily incredible.
Recon Specialist, very good card, I think.
Yes.
Being able to take 2 focus, quite strong in this game. Quite strong.
We've seen that in 2 lists so far, and one of those lists actually won the game that we've seen on this video list. So it is important to see that. Yes, so there we go. The fast spray has moved up, and there goes the interceptor. Again, the interceptor's not cleared its stress. So, obviously Jeff is being a bit cautious, but I think he should have cleared the stress. Get those evades.
Oh, there's the reroll.
There's the reroll.
There's the focus.
There's the focus.
That's 4 hits. Ouch. That looks absolutely devastating. Ooh! That's 1 evade.
There goes Carnal Jax.
It's Carnal Jax. Yes! Carnal Jax is dead.
Let's face it, there was no way Jax was going to survive that.
4 hits with no stealth device. That's pretty much instant death.
Yeah.
That's a hard roll to beat. He needed all 3 of those dice to be evades. Or at least maybe some focuses. I think, did Kana have a focus there, token there?
He did, yes.
Yeah. He needed those 2 blanks to be focuses or evades to completely survive this. If he didn't, that's it.
Well, he was taking 1 no matter what he did.
Yeah, well, he had 2 hull left.
He had 2 hull left, so...
he needed to at least take 1 of those hits. He wouldn't be able to evade all of it, but if he evaded at least 3 of those hits, he would have survived.
Yeah.
Completely different game in this scenario.
And once again, the scales tipped once again back in Luke's favour. Crassus has got arc on that defender, and Jeff knows it.
Yeah.
You know?
We could see a round of range 1 fire here.
Yeah.
We could see... I think the only way the defender is going to be able to do enough damage is be in the auxiliary arc here.
And you see, that's what I said. Clear the stress. Get those actions free to do evade actions. Had he done that, Kana may still just be alive.
Yeah. Sadly, obviously, the defender not being in the best position right now. He's got 2 stress on him. Yeah, the whites are going to make him not really care too much, but he's not going to be able to take actions. Are we going to see the end of the game here?
It's quite possible. Here you go. 3 turn from the defender. I think he's hoping that it's either going to be a crash or
a bump, or
they're going to be in the
I don't
blank
see.
spot.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to see. I'm thinking a forward one. I don't think he wanted to go too far forward, whereas the defender was quite happy to go and be in there, which means we could see another signature 4K turn next round. There it is. There's the range 1 maneuver. Oh my god! That was what Jeff needed.
Yes.
That is beautiful.
I don't know, actually.
Actually, no. Can he clip that corner?
He may clip the corner. He may clip the background corner.
We may have to see some lasers here.
There's
the double recon specialist. Perfect for him right now. Has he put himself in the best position possible? No, there's the 4 dice from the Delta pilot. There's the 2 dice from that. There's 1 evade. He takes 1 hit. That means he was out of arc. That means that was the perfect maneuver for the Delta Squadron there. Perfect maneuver.
Now, if I was in Jeff's shoes, here's what I would do. I would do a 3 left.
3 left, really?
Yes, because I don't think Luke can K-turn that thing without going off the board. Nor can he do a straight. He's going to have to turn it.
I think Jeff's going to probably do the K-turn. There's no way he cannot do the K-turn right now, because it's just too strong of a move to ignore right now.
The reason I would do a left and not a K is because the left would get me in the blind spot.
Are you thinking on Crassus, or are you thinking on the Delta there?
I'm thinking on the Delta.
On the Delta,
because if you were to do a K turn, you would probably be in the auxiliary arc of the fire spray next turn. If you did the turn, you may end up in a blind spot, which keeps you alive for one more round.
Yeah, possibly. No, I could see where you're going with that, but will it bring him into the arc though? Because to be fair, if Crassus goes left instead of right, that move's negated entirely. Whereas if you K turn, you're more likely to get him into an arc regardless of where he goes.
But if he goes left, look at it. The Crassus is going to go off the board next turn.
No, I don't think so. I think if he does a 2... Because obviously the Delta moves before Crassus does, just remember. So the Delta will be out of the way of Crassus.
That's true.
So Crassus has free roam of wherever he can go, which means he can do a 2 hard, which will still keep him on the board. He can do... I think he probably could do a 3K turn as well. He has enough room to do it. At least from my perspective.
Well, let's see what they're doing.
Let's see what they're doing. There's the snooker. I think he's actually going to do the move you predicted.
Yep.
Nope. Oh, he's doing the move I predicted.
Okay.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. The signature move of the 4 white K-turn. Coming around, the claw is now behind Crassus.
Now let's see if Luke predicted the K.
Honestly, it'd be hard not to.
It would be hard not to. It is pretty much obvious when your opponent's going to go for a K. And I pretty much declare that as an obvious play.
And there it is.
Yeah.
Flying away. Trying to get away from...
I believe they're still in each other's
arc.
But
now... Yeah, but are they in range, though?
That is the question.
This is quite a long range.
I believe it would be range 3 at the very least.
Yes. Which means...
It'll benefit the defender.
It'll benefit the defender. This is what I was saying before. Being in the auxiliary arc right now is actually not a bad thing for the defender. Because the defender can use his heavy laser cannon. Crassus can't.
Yes.
Which means the defender has a bit more of an advantage over Crassus.
Here we go. The dice now
Here comes the dice.
Here's the dice roll.
Here comes the 3 attack from Crassus.
2 hits.
That's 2 hits. Nothing more, nothing less. There was no focus there. There's a random attack dice in that roll. But here we go. There's a bunch of one
That's one evade.
Which reroll.
Oh, they decided to reroll because it was only fair.
Yeah, that's fine. Nope, that's fair. That's 2 evade, I believe, which means the delta does. Oh no, that was 1 damage. That was probably a evade and a
single damage through.
1 evade, 1 focus. That means he's just taken 1 damage. He's still got 2 shields left. He's in a good spot. This is good.
Whoa,
though.
Look at that.
That's 3 hits.
2
evade
evades.
though.
Yeah.
There's another shield gone.
Yeah.
So a lot of back and forth maneuvers right here. Would have thought the delta would have done a lot more damage there, but good evade roll by Crassus there.
I'm on the edge of my seat right now.
Yeah, I know, right? This is getting intense. This is just like 1v1 fighting. They are now.
They're in jousting mode.
Yeah, I think they're pretty even right now.
Yeah, they are pretty much even.
Despite the fact that Crassus has more hull over the Delta Squadron.
The Delta's shoving out more attack
Yes,
dice.
because of the heavy laser cannon, and Crassus can't do enough. We may actually see a K-turn from Crassus this round.
I agree. I think Crassus is going to K. The defender's probably going to make a 3 turn, and then probably not going to be shots next round, but potentially going to be maybe an overshoot.
Too hard.
Oh!
In fact, not 3-2, which means...
He's in chase mode.
Oh no, he is 2 bank even. 2 bank. Which means
he's in chase.
He is in chase. He is in full pursuit of the target. What is thingy? Oh, here we go. What is it? It's the 3K turn. Also, this is a stressed out Crassus right now, but that doesn't matter. Both of them are now in full joust.
Now that's weird. Just a slight comment on different playstyles. I've never seen someone turn the ship then move it. You know, usually
normally you move it then turn it, but
it looked very odd from the start.
Oh,
and it's just out of range.
Out of range. So are we going to see a simultaneous? Here's the thing. What do you think they'll do from here? Will the Delta just go in for the bump to save himself from taking too much damage?
I think the best thing he could try is get that get Crassus to overshoot him in any way, or bump him then overshoot, because he can't survive heavy laser cannon.
He needs to be able to, there's the two bank again. Still not clearing that stress. Still putting himself in that bad position of not being able to clear that stress.
I still think that stress is the big change that would have made this game very much different.
Yeah. Having to do a 1 speed maneuver, could that have possibly put him... This could be a range 1 fight here.
This is range 1 fight, but it's 4 dice for both ships.
And you're negating Crassus's effect. So...
That's true.
It's so this is an even ground. This is an even ground fight.
You're going...
With the slight advantage going to the Delta Squadron because of the extra evade dice on that one.
But the Fire Spray has got focus.
Yes.
2 focus.
2 damage, 2 blanks.
Oh!
All blanks.
The shields are down.
3 damage.
The shields are down on the defender.
Oh no, only 2 damage. Huh. How about that?
Well, shields
It was
down.
only 2. It was only 2 hits. I actually thought there was 3 hits
there.
there.
Were 2 hits
but
there.
never mind.
2 hits and 2 evades.
2 evades. Oh well, evade and focus, but a focus token easily turns that into another evade. No damage for Crassus there.
Well, that's bad for Jeff.
Here we go. This is possibly the game for Luke here.
He can't K. The defender could K-turn.
The defender can't K-turn.
That would
He
be
will hit
dangerous.
into that asteroid if he K-turns.
But it wouldn't be what Luke would expect.
Yeah.
It could be the one thing which saves him, ironically.
Where do you think he's going to go from here? Like,
honestly, I don't know where, because the defender's always going to move first, so that's obvious. We can't.
do you think Crassus, Delta's going to go hard to the right or left?
Maybe now we know.
Now we know. Hard to the right.
And knowing is half the battle.
Honestly, I may have actually gone the other direction. It's the less predictable move.
Yeah, but you bump the fire spray then.
Yes,
Plus
but
also
if the fire spray is smart...
Oh!
Oh! That's interesting.
The 4K! Which keeps it an arc, which gives it the ability to shoot its heavy laser cannon. Yeah, there it is.
There
it's
it
an
is.
arc.
There's the arc. That possibly put the Delta in the worst position possible. This could be it.
Oh dear.
Another 4 hits. What is this game?
Oh, my
Oh, is that 3 evades?
3 evades.
Oh my god. He survives.
Just barely.
Barely.
He's got 2 hit points left though.
No, 1 hit point left.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
This is it. Could we see the dead Delta here? Could we see the Delta dead within
Well,
the next round?
Jeff knows what he's doing.
Jeff knows what he's doing. Jeff has to make this work.
And
If he does not make this work...
I believe we've only got a few minutes on the round left.
Oh god, this is tense now. This is tense. We could see...
Oh.
This... I'm on the edge of my seat, I don't know about you.
Oh, me too. I was,
This could be it.
I was on my seat.
Oh, here it goes, the 4K turn.
I was on the edge of my
Signature
seat
move.
2 rounds.
I know, right? This is it.
I'm off the...
Here it
I'm-
goes, the claw turning
the claw.
around, making himself known, making his stand, saying, this is it, if I'm going down, fighting.
Oh, yeah. I don't know about you.
Crassus.
I'm already off the chair and I'm on the floor. I'm on the floor right now.
My face is at the screen. I cannot get any closer than this to the action.
Here we go. The joust.
There's the joust.
The
final fight.
This could be the last shot. This could be it.
I don't see the Delta surviving, but it could be either way. Ooh! There's the reroll. Ooh!
Black, 2 hits.
2 hits, and he didn't get rid of that stress. 2 evades! Oh my god, he survived!
My Jesus.
Jesus wept!
He's alive.
He is alive! He can take a shot back! He could be
This
within
could be
this!
it. This could be it.
Oh, he's not going to take the damage, but there's a 2 evade dice. Evading the 2 hits again, and there's the handshake. That is time.
It's time. Modified
There it
win
is,
for
the modified
Jeff.
win for Jeff, obviously. Oh my word. The difference was a
7
heavy laser
points.
cannon.
Oh,
The difference was a heavy laser cannon by 7 points between them.
that was incredible.
Oh my word.
That was
and
an
pointing
amazing
out
match.
in this regard, Jeff is the one with the Delta Squadron.
Yeah, well, that's all we've got time for, everyone. Thank you for joining us. This is Athena Bay Games. We'll see you later, everyone. My name's been Elliot Baker.
My name's been Chris Turner. That was an epic game. More to come. Keep watching, guys.
See you soon, guys.